Hi, good afternoon folks, it's Simon here at Vans today in Worcester, and I'm here to give you a video walk around of this 2020 on a 20 plate, the mighty, legendary, top of the pile Mercedes Sprinter. This one being a long wheelbase aluminium Dropside with the rear tail lift. One keeper from new, it has covered 146,000 miles. However, there's a few things to note. First of all, it's an automatic, which is as rare as a rocking horse manure, let's face it. Secondly, it's in exceptional condition for the miles. I've got to say, this thing is in far better condition than a lot of the Dropsides I have owned with less than half of this mileage on. And it drives like you wouldn't believe. I'd say with the auto box, it's probably one of the best driving Dropsides that I've driven personally anyway, and I've driven a few. Now, for those of you that haven't seen any of our videos before, the purpose of the video is to give you a warts and all video walk around of the vehicle, so you get an idea of exactly what it is that you're buying, and then you can make that informed decision whether this is the vehicle for you or not. And I think you'll get the gist as we go round that this thing is actually in really tidy condition for the age and the miles. So let's get started, shall we? Yes, I know I'm battling the wind today, guys. No, I can't find the fancy microphone. I know one of you's commented, I can't find the fancy microphone. The amount of stuff I have to carry around half the time. Quite frankly, it's a miracle I remember my head. Right, let's get started, shall we? So, I will give you a far better viewpoint of the roof when we get up there on the back. But as you can see, you've got your nice LED flashing light flashing away up there for you. Windscreen, overall, a nice tidy condition. No major stone chips, cracks, nothing like that. Coming down onto the bonnet, yes, it's rained since we valeted it this morning, but there we go. But there are no major marks or chips or anything like that on there. A little bit to the trees at work, but there's not a lot left on there. Front grills, front bumper, overall, a nice tidy condition. Passenger side headlamp unit, that's in good order. Passenger side front bumper corner, yes, you can see she's got a wee scuff there and a wee scuff right down there if you need to get on your hands and knees to see it. We're going to be selling it as it is, like that, folks. The cab itself though, on the passenger side, look at that, nice shine to it, no major bodywork or anything. And if we go down the side of the vehicle, it's really respectable. The aluminium drop sides, etc., all in really nice tidy condition. Around to the driver's side headlamp unit, that's good. And your driver's side front bumper corner, again, a minor little scuff to the paintwork there, but nothing major. Oh my lord, it nearly fell over. And then the tub itself, again, all looking very straight and tidy. Now, the keen-eyed of you may have noticed there's a bit of an alignment issue here. Now, we've had a look at it. It's all original wing bolts and bonnet bolts on there, but what you have got on that corner piece there is the bonnet stay that holds the bonnet open, and something's not right about that, and I wonder whether it's attached to the hinge, the bonnet hinge, and I wonder whether it's bent the hinge or something along those lines. We've got to investigate that a little bit more, but we'll get that all properly realigned for you. It's a typical company workhorse where, no doubt, I mean, on a day like today when it's windy, he's probably caught the bonnet and bent the hinge slightly, and nobody's ever done anything about it. It's not because it's been in a smack, all right? It is HPI clear, folks, all right? HPI clear, give me a break, will you? As you can see here from this angle, it probably looks a lot worse than what it actually is in the flesh, but there you go. Driver's side front wing, that's looking good. Driver's side front steel wheel, exceptionally tidy condition, to be fair. We've got a Continental tyre on there. Tyre walls all looking pretty good. Underneath your arches there, hopefully you can see, pretty clean and tidy under there as well. Your extended long arm mirror unit, it's all good, but I will point out to you, a bit of ingenuity bodging going on there. It's solid, the case isn't coming off, but obviously it has been kind of cable tied on at some point, but it's solid. Yeah. Upper and lower mirrors, they're good though. Driver's side door glass, that's looking good. The driver's side door itself, all looking good. Its alignment to the wing and the very minor little rear quarter that it's got is all good as well. Driver's side door lifting handle's good. Black protective strip down the side of it's looking good. And if we get down low, the lower seals on that front cab are looking good as well. And whilst I'm down on my hands and knees, look at the chassis underneath that drop side. That's all in pretty good order, isn't it, folks? The beeping noise you can hear is because I've got the power on for the drop side, sorry, for the rear tail lift at the moment. The aluminium sides, as you can see, those are in tidy condition, aren't they? Side repeaters, sorry, not side repeaters, side marker lights going down the side of the vehicle are all fine. Your wheel arch and mud flap on the back of it, all looking good. The tyre, Continental tyre, and another pretty good spare steel wheel, I should say, all in good order. Tyre wall's looking good. Tyre tread depth on that tyre, that's got loads on it, folks. And then here we go, underneath it, look, that's all looking fine. Your leaf spring there, that's all looking good as well. There's a good bow on it, it's not a flatten. And then to the tail lift. Now, as you can see, I've got it all out here at the moment. It's in good working order. Yes, you've got the flappy things. I'll show you those all folded up out the way in a second. Here is your control unit for it. So there we go, my friends. Up and down she goes, up and down she goes. All right, all the way to the top there. Now, there is your drop side bed, and as you can see, not in bad order. Now these bars here are a bit of additional additional metalwork that's gone onto the vehicle. I was trying to think of a bloody word to use there. I mean, yeah, there we go. Anyway, pretty handy, I would imagine, if you're slotting stuff through, and obviously having stuff over the top, which is obviously what's happened with this thing. That is pretty solid, to be fair. Buy yourself some yellow hammerite and you can probably get that looking all sparkly again. Yes, you got little bits of elements of wear and tear, but for one of these, they are pretty good. There's your nice little flashy, look at that. We all like a flashy light, don't we? Roof, as you can see, all looking in good order as well. Yes, you've got your little fold down steps for when your drop side is out, and yes, that one has been left out by the valeting team. Oh, there we go. We're doing a bit of WD-40 on it, I think, folks. There we go. But as you can see, if you're looking at these things, you know this thing is in pretty good order, isn't it? Now then, down she goes to the floor. Let's keep that one down. So, there it is at the moment, okay? Now to pack her away. There you go, lift up that, slide that into place there. Lift up that one, slide that into place there, okay? I suppose we can do this now if we want to. Just fold those up, like so. And then back around here. Up she comes. I generally get it to about there. When I'm doing the video, it never quite goes according to plan, but there we go. It's just one of those that was stopping it going over the yellow bit there, as you can see, and then fold that. Right, we'll do a bit of WD-40 on that one, okay? But you get the gist, don't you? It's all working fine. Let's get it all popped out the way. There we go. That's now all in place. And that drop side itself, that is in nice and tidy condition, isn't it, really? Rear light units, as you can see, and the rear board, all in pretty good order there for you as well. I don't know why I put the number plate all the way down there, but they have done. Looking down the passenger side, again, alley drop side's looking great. Now, you always get like a little bit of rust on the rear boards, don't you? But this one, I have to say, for a drop side, is in good order. Steel wheel, this side's looking good. Conti tyre, loads of tyre tread depth, look. Let's give you the overview from the side of the van. Looks a proper respectable bit of kit, doesn't it? Let's face it. And then let's have another look at the chassis on this side. Look at it, solid, isn't it? all looking good. Cab on your passenger side, again, that's all looking nice and tidy. Door handles are good, upper and lower mirrors are good. Another long arm mirror unit, integrated indicators fine, passenger side front wings looking good. And then factory steel, Conti tyre, a little bit of wear on that Conti tyre sidewall, and tyre tread depth, as you see there. Where we are with tyre tread depths, anything less than 3mm, we replace, the legal limit being 1.6. Door cards, overall good, you know, for one of these, I think I'd almost class it as very tidy. Behind here, we've got your diesel fuels. Your entry seals and plastics are in good order. The flooring, as you can see, all in pretty good order. There's your bonnet pull. Going to do with a bit of WD. Vents looking good. Dashboard, loads of storage on the top there. Headlining's good. This is a camera. We've tucked it up there out the way for now because the camera mount on the windscreen was knackered, but we'll get a bit of 3M tape and we'll 3M that back on for you so you get yourself a nice free dash cam. Passenger seat trim, as you can see, is looking good. Round tuck bonnet, and that's how you open it, folks. Now then, that is what I'm talking about. Hang on a second. So that goes into there like that, and there's something not right about that bonnet stay, and I think that, in fact, you can see, I think, can you see? I think that's bent it, isn't it? Look, it's bent the hinge, and that's what's causing it to not fit flush properly. Anyway, underneath the bonnet there, that is pretty tidy, let's face it, isn't it, guys? And then what we got here, ECU, windscreen wash, airbox right on the top there, oil filler there, folks. Try and just show you all around it. You've probably got a better view of it than the naked eye with the camera on you. There's your coolant, correct colour coolant from Merck, and no contamination in it. Brake fluids over there. There's your ABS pump down there. But look at that, it's looking good, isn't it? Can't beat a Sprinter, I'm telling you, folks. You still can't beat it. I know you have to pay the money for them, but king of the road, really, aren't they? King of the road. Now then, first of all, that is your power supply for your tailgate. There you go. Now I've turned it off and it stopped beeping, thank God. Door card, driver's side, again, you know, minor wear and tear on the plastic, but nothing major. Electric windows, central locking, auto lights, rear fog lights, vent, flooring, all looking good. And then driver's side seat, etc, etc, all looking tip top, tip top. I haven't used that one for a while. Tip top, Jesus. Welcome to the 1980s, folks. Welcome. USB-C power points down there. Okay, they've gone a bit 21st century, but you can see a bit of storage there. Cup holders galore. Nice multi-function steering wheel. Bit of piano black trim there for just a little bit of added class. Yeah. Oh God. There we go. Start-stop button here. Foot on the foot brake, let's fire her up. Fires up nicely, look. Reserve fuel level, did you expect anything less? Of course you didn't. So we've got warning lights on for fuel, and I don't have my seatbelt on, okay. Where are we? 141,000. Oh, over undersold myself there. I said 146 and I 141,000, all right, folks. Bit of paddle shift. If you want to go all Lewis Hamilton on me, you got your paddle shift there, okay? That's your auto gearbox selector. Wipers on that stalk. All of this malarkey works your centre bit there, and this malarkey works your centre bit over here. Of which, the nice thing with these is is wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You've got DAB, FM, AM, Bluetooth phone, Bluetooth music as well. Normal blower controls, etc. here. We've got a useful bit of space down here. Let's turn the flasher off. That's the button there. In between the seats, as you can see, look how clean that is. And then your internal lights. And there you go. There's your height. All right. And there we go, my friends. There we go. Right. She's a good one, I think. And with this miles on, she's bloody good value for money, let's face it. Right, and it's auto. oh my God, drive it, you'll never drive a manual one again. Right, there we go. There's 15 minutes of your life you're never going to get back. But if you're interested in this vehicle, I think it gives you an honest description of what you're buying. There are 50 to 60 photos of the van on our website, which is vanstoday.com. We are Vans Today Worcester, based in the centre of the country, offering you nationwide delivery, part exchange and finance. And if you're worried about who you're buying off, check out our reputation online. We have reviews, most importantly on Google, but we have a presence on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and you're watching this video on our YouTube channel, so like and subscribe, my friends, like and subscribe. Right, any questions, fire them at me. Ciao for now, thanks for watching.